I'm very much hopeful of your future glories in the matter of propagating this transcendental movement. You remarked that we cannot make Krishna our order supplier is very appropriate. We should always try to supply everything to Krishna, and we shall try to avoid any return by Krishna. That is Vaishnava philosophy. The gopis and Radharani serve Krishna without any expectation of material or spiritual profit. They never expected any return from Krishna, and Krishna remained ever indebted to the gopis. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited the worship method of the gopis and Krishna when he tries to understand the heart of the gopis, that is the transformation of Krishna into Lord Chaitanya. Srila Prabhupada letter to Brahmananda, 8th February 1968. Jai Srila Prabhupada Shikshamrita Ki.
Jai.
What's that? I think it's audio from here. What is it? What's 4:11:13? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashthiki. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Naranarayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and to Srila Vyasadeva, the author, the regular attendance in the classes of Bhagavatam, and the rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, whose praise of the transcendental songs is established as an irrevocable fact. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 11, Text 13. Titikshaya Karunaya Maitriya Cha Akhila Jantushu Samatvena Cha Sarva Atma Bhagavan Samprasidati. Titikshaya Karunaya Maitriya Chakhila Jantushu Samatvena Cha Sarvatma Bhagavan Samprasidati. Titikshaya Karunaya Maitriya Chakhila Jantushu Samatvena Cha Sarvatma Bhagavan Samprasidati. Titikshaya Karunaya Maitriya Chakhila Jantushu Samatvena Cha Sarvatma Bhagavan Samprasidati. Titikshaya Karunaya Maitreya Chakila Jandushu Prasidati.
Titikshaya karunaya
Maitriya Chakilajandushu Samatvena Cha Sarvatma Bhagavan Samprasidati.
Titikshaya karunaya
Maitriya Chakilajandushu Samatvena Cha Sarvatma Bhagavan Samprasidati. Titikshaya karunaya Maitriya Chakilajandushu Samatvena Cha Sarvatma Bhagavan Samprasidati. Titikshaya karunaya Maitriya Chakilajandushu Samatvena Cha Sarvatma Bhagavan Samprasidati. Tikshaya karunaya Maitriya Chakilajandushu Samatvena Cha Sarvatma Bhagavan Samprasidati. Titikshaya karunaya Maitriya Chakilajandushu Samatvena Cha Sarvatma Bhagavan Samprasidati. Tikshaya karunaya Maitriya Chakilajandushu Samatvena Cha Sarvatma Bhagavan Samprasidati. Tikshaya by tolerance, karunaya by mercy, maitriya by friendship, cha also, akhila universal, jantushu unto the living entities, samatvena by equilibrium, cha also, sarva atma the super soul, Bhagavan the personality of Godhead, Samprasidati becomes very satisfied. Translation of Bhagavad by Divine Religion Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: the Lord is very satisfied with his devotee when the devotee greets other people with tolerance, mercy, friendship and equality. Please repeat. The Lord is very satisfied with his devotee when the devotee greets other people with tolerance, mercy, friendship and equality. Purport. It is the duty of an advanced devotee in the second stage of devotional perfection to act in accordance with this verse. There are 3 stages of devotional life. In the lowest stage, a devotee is simply concerned with the deity in the temple and he worships the Lord with great devotion according to rules and regulations. In the second stage, the devotee is cognizant of his relationship with the Lord, his relationship with fellow devotees, his relationship with persons who are innocent, and his relationship with persons who are envious. Sometimes devotees are ill-treated by envious persons. It is advised that an advanced devotee should be tolerant. He should show complete mercy to persons who are ignorant or innocent. A preacher devotee is meant to show mercy to innocent persons whom he can elevate to devotional service. Everyone, by constitutional position, is an eternal servant of God. Therefore, a devotee's business is to awaken everyone's Krishna consciousness. That is his mercy. As for a devotee's treatment of other devotees who are his equals, he should maintain friendship with them. His general view should be to see every living entity as part of the Supreme Lord. Different living entities appear in different forms of dress, but according to the instruction of the Bhagavad Gita, a learned person sees all living entities equally. Such treatment by the devotee is very much appreciated by the Supreme Lord. It is said, therefore, that a saintly person is always tolerant and merciful. He is a friend to everyone, never an enemy to anyone, and is peaceful. These are some of the good qualities of a devotee. Om Ajnanatimiram Drasya Jnananjana Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Gurapadatam Sri Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Varinasaitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahaganalitam Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Ramamsute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Bhavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So the Guru Maharaj is being advised, being reminded of the qualities of devotee, and this Swayambhu Manu is giving instruction what should be the behavior of devotee. So what makes the Lord pleased? This is the thing. Devotee means his main business is to please the Lord. Why he acts in certain ways? His only business is to please the Lord. That is the meaning of devotee. It means he devotes his life for the pleasure of Krishna. For example, even in our material life as well, for example, if I am a national of a country, suppose India or Singapore, so if I am a military man, then I kill even other soldiers on the other side when there is war. Why? To please my country. Or please my family. Act so as to please my wife, children, or parents. In this way, we always act in order to please the masters, the people whom we have accepted as master. So that is the proof that we are always a servitor in any case. Even if the boss of a company is very egoistic, when a customer shouts at him, he becomes very mellow and he becomes well-mannered in order to please the customer, because he is a slave of the customer. Because the customer dictates terms. So in any case, and even a government servant, he may be voted into power, but then he has to please the people. He has to act accordingly. If the citizens, especially in this Kali Yuga, the rascal citizens, they say gay marriage, homosexual, okay, the politician says yes. He is pleasing them. So, of course, a ruler should not be a slave to the citizens. He should serve in what is their best interest. Not that he should serve their whimsical desires. A devotee is actually a servant of everyone. But that does not mean he goes and serves them according to what they want. Because they want rubbish. Those who are not accustomed to spiritual knowledge, durashaya bahirarthamanina, nate vidu swarthagatim Vishnu. Those who are not knowing that the real self-interest is to approach Vishnu or Krishna, they run after external sense gratification and andhayathandaya upaniyamanas. Those who are blind, they lead such blind people. Blind people together, they elect one blind rascal as a leader, and the blind man, he leads other blind men. What is going to be the result of such a assembly? Everything will be chaos. So this is the point, this is the situation in the modern civilization where the leader is a blind man. He does not know what is good and what is bad. But a devotee, he is a servant of everyone because he actually is a servant of Krishna. Why our names have dāsa, or for women dāsi? Because we are servant of Krishna and servant of everyone, because they are all parts and parcels of Krishna. This is the effect of coming to a bona fide spiritual master. यज्ञात्वा न पुनर्मोहम एवं यास्यसि पांडव येन भूतानि अशेषानि द्रक्ष्यसि आत्मनि अथो मयि. Having obtained real knowledge from a self-realized soul, you will never fall again into such illusion, for by this knowledge you will see that all living entities are a part of the Supreme, or in other words, that they are mind. So, everybody is a part and parcel of Krishna. This is basic spiritual knowledge. We are not the body, so that means we have no relation with anything of the body, and then our relation is established with Krishna. So Sarvatma in today's verse also, Sarvatma means the Lord is the super soul of everyone, and the devotee should acknowledge the presence of the super soul in all living entities. In fact, there is a verse, not sure where, I think in the third canto, which says that in order for us to conquer over the last anger and everything, we have to see that every devotee, every living entity is a part and parcel of the Supreme, and that the Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart. So that will actually please the Lord, and the behavior of such a person becomes manifest. Behavior is not like you see many people in the modern education system. There is moral education on how to behave. Like there is one Singapore kindness movement, how to be kind. But behavior is just a symptom of what the person actually is. Behavior, there is no need of a behavioral change. The change needs to be of the character. If the character of the person is first class, then automatically behavior is a symptom. It's like they say face is the index of the mind. So similarly, behavior is the index of the character. So a devotee, his character is first class. Therefore, his behavior is first class. In fact, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said in one verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita that the ornament of the devotee is his behavior. So, what is the behavior of a devotee? So, there are three classes of devotees, and the third class of devotee is mentioned here. अर्चायामेव हरये पूजां यः श्रद्धये हते न तद्भक्तेषु चान्येषु सबक्तः प्राकृतः स्मृतः. A devotee who faithfully engages in the worship of the deity in the temple but does not behave properly toward other devotees or people in general is called a prakrita bhakta, a materialistic devotee, and is considered to be in the lowest position. He at least has devotion to the deity, but he does not advance more than that. He fights with other devotees. This is called materialistic devotee. He does not know how to behave with other devotees. In another place in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the same verse is translated in a different way. What is that? Madhya 22:74. The same verse actually. A Brahmana or materialistic devotee does not purposefully study the Shastra and try to understand the actual standard of pure devotional service. Consequently, he does not show proper respect to advanced devotees. He may, however, follow the regulated principles learned from his spiritual master or from his family who worships the deity. He is to be considered on the material platform, although he is trying to advance in devotional service. Such a person is a bhakta praya, neophyte devotee or bhakta bhas, for he is a little enlightened by Vaishnava philosophy. So, he does not, this is the cause of why he is not properly behaved, because he is not situated in proper, he does not hear enough. See, or does not purposefully study the Shastra. This is one, purposefully studying the Shastra is one of the activities of a person who is a godly person or is a devotee. I mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. This verse is there. See this word Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya means to study the Shastra. So these, what is that? Daivi Sampatti. Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhir Jnana Yoga Vyavasthite Dhanam Damascha Yajñascha Swadhyaya Stapa Arjavam. See what is all these good qualities of the devotees are mentioned, or the godly people. Only two people, godly or demoniac. Vishnu Bhakta Smrito Daiva Asurastha Viparya. Gaubhuta Sargo location. So the only two categories of living entity, godly or demoniac. Who are godly? Who are devotees of Vishnu. Others are all demoniac. Now, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, and study of the Vedas. See this? And austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault-finding, apaishanam, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from the passion for honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to the godly men endowed with divine nature. You see, Krishna is giving us a hint of what is the qualities that satisfies him. Godly means who are devotees of Vishnu. Devotees of Vishnu means who satisfy Vishnu. And such devotees behave like this. And one of the items is study of the Vedas. So this is very important. Without that, we cannot progress further. That's why it is said in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Siddhanta Bolyo Chitta Nakara Alas. Iha hoite Krishna lage Sudhira Manas. Adi 2:1-7. So it is said, a sincere student should not neglect the discussion of such conclusions, considering them controversial, for such discussions strengthen the mind. Thus one's mind becomes attached to Sri Krishna. Now the whole point is to attach our mind to Krishna. Materialism means forgetfulness of Krishna, and spiritual life means to remember Krishna. Purification. We talk about purification, purifying our mind, purifying our senses, purifying our heart. What is this purification all about? What is purifying? Just getting rid of kama, krodha, lobha. That's not purification. That's a symptom of purification. Purification means to remember Krishna. The effect of remembering Krishna will be that we will get rid of all these 6 things. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. People are always interested. They ask the devotees, oh, I get easily angry, I want to get rid of it. The process is Krishna consciousness. There's no some other process to get rid of this. Or some practice some kindness movement. This is not, you cannot do artificially. It's not an artificial thing. It's from the heart, it has to be there, genuine. And that will come if we are purified in the heart. If you just make a face of a smile, it's not going to help. And such so-called kindness is actually not kindness. Because they are kind. That's why the other word is used, samatvena. They are equal to all living entities. Not that I am kind to the human being and cruel to the cow. That's not samatvena. Brahmane, Gavi, Hastini, all same. Vidyavinaya Sampanna. Vidyavinaya Sampanne, Brahmane, Gavi, Hastini. Shunichaiva Svapakecha Pandita Samadarshana. The humble sage. The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog-eater outcast. Just now Prabhupada was mentioning in one lecture, has the Pandit become mad? He's saying nobody. He's not that he's mad. Because he does not, because the external body does not, he is not equal. Why? How they are equal? They are equal because, of course, some people say like this, they are all equal because all the bodies are made of panchabhuta. After they are died, they say they become earth, they become water, and that's why they are equal. It's just a transformation of the same ingredients. But it's not the same. Still, although they are the same ingredients, according to their use, they are always different. Like this is metal, you can say metal, plastic or whatever. They can be a scrap metal. One of the businessmen I know, he deals in scrap metal. Here also metal, but it is considered scrap metal. This is considered microphone. Why there are different names? Why there are different names for the different organs in our body? It's all ultimately muscle. You can just say muscle or tissue. But they are named differently because of their functions. So, although the panchabhuta, the constituent ingredients are the same, but that is not the vision of sameness or equality of the devotee. He is not just considering the material platform, but the spiritual platform. Because all the earth, water, fire, air and ether all together, does it make a person? Does it make an elephant? Does it make a cow? No, it does not. When the cow is dead, or an elephant is dead, or a brahmana is dead, or a dog is dead, it's just a lump of flesh. But when it is alive, we don't say it is a lump of flesh. We call it by those names. Because the soul is behaving that way. That's why it becomes a dog. A model of a plastic model of a dog is not dog. It's a model of a dog. Because it does not behave like a dog. It may look like a dog. So, a dog or whatever it is, a person makes that. So that's the soul which makes it, whatever it is. So a real learned man, he sees that everybody is equal on the platform of the soul. Then there is actual equality. Then he can be actually kind. And what is the kindness means? Titikshaya, karunaya, in today's verse. It is also stated in Bhagavatam. This is the sadhu bhushan. Bhushan means ornament. Titikshavaha, karnika, suhridah sarvadehinam, ajata shatravah shanta, sadhava sadhu bhushana. The symptoms of a sadhu are that he is tolerant, merciful and friendly to all living entities. He has no enemies, he is peaceful, he abides by the scriptures and all his characteristics are sublime. Now here is an important point, that a devotee is a servant of everyone, but he does not serve them according to their awareness. He serves them according to what actually they need. Their needs. Everybody's need is Krishna consciousness. And that's what he delivers. Sometimes therefore people don't understand why devotee. They think devotees means, why should they get angry? They should be peaceful. No, it's not that you talk nonsense and I will be peaceful. No, that's not devotee. Devotee means, if he is talking nonsense, he is committing offense to Krishna, he is committing offense to devotees, he is committing offense to the Vedic scriptures. And by that he will fall down. So to correct him, he may become angry. That's service to him. In that anger also he is actually serving him. So this they cannot understand. Servant means for them slave. You should do whatever I ask you to do. Not that kind of a slave. He is a servant. How? Suhridam sarvabhutanam, sarvadehinam. He is always very well-wishing to the people in general. Not only people, all souls in